And welcome, Thunder Nation, to today's broadcast of the West Houston Thunder Varsity High School team as they take on the visiting Austin Royals. We are coming to you live from Baseball USA here in Houston, Texas. And here's the first pitch. And that's a swing and a miss for strike one. The batter shows bunt, but does not offer. It's a ball low. And the count is 1-1. Pitcher today for the Thunder is number 38, Josh Johnson. And that's in there for strike two. 1-2 on the batter. Catcher is number 64, Ethan Van Zant. Brother Thomas is at first base. Senior Nathan Lindblade is at second. That's a swing and a miss. Dropped strike. Ethan Van Zant picks it up, fires to first to record the out. One down here in the top of the first. Number 24, Diego Becerra, makes a start at third, and number 6, Jake Shepard at short. And that one finds the outside corner for strike one. And that is strike two. 0-2 the count on the batter. And that's strike three for the second out. In the outfield, number 5, senior Will Brown is in left. Center is number 51, Andrew Wood, and right is number 73, Ethan Scott. And that's a ball low. And that one is rocketed down the first base line, foul. And that pitch gets by the catcher, allowing the runner to advance to second. So it's 2 outs here in the top of the first. Royals have a runner in scoring position at second. And that's a swing and a miss. Gets by the catcher. Runner goes to third. And that sails over the catcher. The runner holds his ground at third. And there's a pitch, bell tie for strike. And that's a swing and a miss. Van Zant will pick it up and fire to first to record the third out. No run here in the top of the first. And so we go to the bottom of the first. The Austin Royals will take the field, and the Thunder will come up looking to take a lead here in the bottom of the first. And leading off for the Thunder here in the bottom of the first is number 33, senior Nathan Lindblade. And that's in there for strike one. And that's strike two. And Lindblade hits that to third baseman, who is unable to scoop it up. Shortstop comes to pick it up, but has no throw. And so leadoff runner for the Thunder is on first to start the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up number 5, Will Brown. And a little dribbler to third will allow the Royals to get Lindblade at second. And Brown is on first with the fielder's choice. And Wood shows bunt. And the pitcher steps off. And he shows bunt again. Brown takes off for second. And he's in there safely. And Brown is on second with one out in the bottom of the first for the Thunder. The batter is number 51, Andrew Wood. And that is a ball inside. Two balls is the count. That's ball outside, 3-0. And that is a 4-pitch walk for Andrew Wood. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Number 32, Thomas Van Zant, will try to bring these runners around. And the Thunder runners take second and third. Want to know the count on Van Zant. And that's ball too high. And that's in there for strike one. 2-1, 1 out. Here's the pitch. That is ball 3 outside. And Brown breaks for home. Royals alertly throw it to the catcher to record the second out at home. And so it's a runner at second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And Van Zant swings and misses, and that brings the first inning to a close. So the Thunder get 2 runners on, advance them to second and third, but are unable to bring them in. So we go to the top of the second with the score still tied 0-0. And Johnson starts the top of the second with a low ball. Score is 0-0, visiting Austin Royals against the West Houston Thunder. And that's ball 2 high. And count is 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's in there for strike 2. And that's 3-2, full count. And batter swings at that one. Probably would have been ball 4, but fouls it off. Count remains full. And that's ball 4 outside. Thunder are wearing their new gold uniforms today. Gold jerseys, white pants, traditional maroon caps. Austin Royals are in their white tops, white pants with purple accent. And so that's strike one. Van Zandt fires to second. Runner did not go. And that's ball too low. That ball gets past the second baseman, allowing the runner to take third. He turns and breaks for home. Thunder fire. And the runner is out at home for the first out of the inning. So some aggressive base running on this part of both teams so far has led to outs at home plate. One and one the count on the batter. That's ball too low. And a swing and a miss. 2-2 the count on the batter, with one out in the top of the second. And that's a ball outside. And that one's fouled off over the first base dugout. And Johnson delivers. Check swing by the batter. He holds up and takes ball four. And that low pitch gets away from Van Zandt, allowing the runner to take second. Here's a pitch, grabs the outside corner for strike one. And a little hesitation on the delivery by Johnson, but fires in there for a strike. And low and outside. Count is 2-2, says the umpire. And that one gets by the catcher. The runner advances to third. Three and two, and that is strike three. Strike three, out number two in the top of the second. Both teams have had runners at third in every half inning so far. No runs have scored. And that's strike one. And the batter chases a high strike. 0-2 the count. Thunder need one more strike to get out of the inning. And that's strike three. So once again, the Royals get runners in scoring position, but are unable to bring them in. We go to the bottom of the second with the score tied 0-0. And so come to the bottom of the second. Number 38, the pitcher, Josh Johnson, will lead it off for the Thunder. And that's a swing and a miss. Inside, called strike two. Ball high. 1-2 to the leadoff batter Johnson in the bottom of the second. And falls in there for strike three. 1 out. And that's strike one on number 73, Ethan Scott. And strike two as Scott swings through that one. And that is inside. Although that was a better looking pitch than the one he called a strike in the last batter. And that's even more inside. 2-2 the count. Pitcher working the zone. 2-2. And a high chopper snagged by the third baseman, who fires to first for the second out. That'll bring up the catcher, number 64, Ethan Van Zandt. And the umpire's ready. Van Zandt steps in, and here's the pitch. That is inside for strike one. And Van Zandt hits that one to right field, where the right fielder settles underneath it to make the easy catch for out number 3 in the bottom of the second. Score remains 0-0. And so we're ready here in the top of the third inning with a score 0-0. And Johnson delivers. Foul tip, strike one. And we want to thank our cameraman today, Josh Sampson, and camera woman, Susan Sampson. They're bringing you this image that you're seeing here along the first baseline. And that bounces in there for ball one. And that's ball outside. 2-1. And Johnson has been struggling a little bit with those pitches low, although better to live low in the zone. And Coach Joe McDonald reporting from San Antonio. Middle school varsity team won their first game 12-2. Way to go. And that's a swing and a miss. And so the middle school varsity team starting their tournament off in impressive fashion with that win. And that one is hit in between third and short. And so the Royals will have a runner at first here in the top of the third. Number 23 is the batter for the Royals. And that one squirts away from the catcher. Runner takes second base. So just like the game last Saturday at Rose Hill, many passed balls already in this game. Certainly an area that the Thunder will want to improve on. And a ball in the dirt, but smothered well by Van Zandt. It's a pitch by Johnson that's fouled off. Sliced foul over the first base dugout. And a nice stop by Van Zandt again, keeping the runner at second. And that's a ball high. So the Royals have runners at first and second. And number 28 for the Royals gets the signs from his third base coach before stepping in. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes ball low. It is an overcast day here in Houston. And Johnson delivers an inside pitch. Swung on and missed. And Van Zandt keeps that one in front of him, again keeping the runners in place. And the pitch, that's high. 3-1 is the count. And that hits the inside corner. 3-2. Johnson trying to battle back to get the batter here. Needs an out. And that's strike 3. Big out for the Thunder right there. And so runners at first and second in the top of the third with 1 out. That is inside. Squirts away from the catcher. Runners will take second and third. And that one is fouled back. 1-1. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Left-handed batter number 64 for the Royals. And again, swing and a miss. That is out number 2. Some of the Thunder thinking that that was out number 3 and threw the ball down onto the ground before their teammates alerted them that that was only the second out. Runners at second and third. And that's in there for strike number 1. Batter for the Royals is number 12, Paul. And he fouls that one off. 0-2 the count. Again, the Thunder trying to prevent a runner at third for the third consecutive inning from scoring. Score is 0-0. And that's called strike number 3. And so the Royals get runners on second and third, unable to bring them home. Score remains 0-0. And so in the bottom of the third, number 6, Jake Shepard will lead it off for the Thunder. And he takes strike 1. That's ball high, 1-1. 2-1 the count. Two and two as Shepard swings through that one. And Shepard lifts one into shallow center field. Center fielder comes in, settles underneath that one for the out. Number 24, Diego Becerra. It's the batter for the Thunder. And that's swinging strike one. One and one. And that's ball too high. Bottom of the third, one out. 2-1 the count on Becerra. Fouled off by Diego. On deck batter number 33, Nathan Lindblade, coming over to retrieve the ball, keep the game moving. A little bit of a breeze now picking up here. And Becerra fouls that one back as well. There is a chance of rain here in Houston today. Temperatures very mild, upper 70s at game time. And once again, fouled straight back. And the lights are on here at the ballpark with the clouds a little overcast. And Becerra swings and misses for strike three. That's two outs. And brings us to the top of the order for the Thunder, number 33, senior Nathan Lindblade. Okay, and that's a swing and a miss. And the pitcher steps off as the wind picks up. Okay, that is just off the outside corner. 1-1 the count. And Lindblade slices that one foul along the first base line. And low and outside. Catcher does a good job of moving to contain that one. 2-2 the count. And Lindblade hits that one to the shortstop, who makes a nice pickup and a good throw to first on the run for out number 3. End of 3. Score is Royals 3, Royals 0, Thunder 0. Okay, and that one is fouled back. Here to start the top of the 4th. Each team getting runners on base but unable to score. And that one is sent to shallow right field. Ethan Scott comes in from right field, but second baseman Nathan Lindblade is the one who goes out to make the catch. One away, top of the 4th. Josh Johnson still the pitcher. Ethan Van Zant the catcher. And first pitch is fouled off by number 27. And that's strike 2 on another foul tip. And defensively, it's still Van Zandt at first, Lindblade at second, Braceras at third, and Shepard at short. Brown left, Wood center, and Scott in right. That is a pitch outside, gets past the catcher. 4-1. 1-2 the count. And that is high for ball 2. 2-2. And so a meeting on the mound between Johnson and Van Zandt. And that hits the outside corner for strike number 3. So that's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And Jarrett Bybee is cheering the Thunder on. We appreciate you tuning in, Jarrett. And that is outside, ball 1. And you can see some of the gray clouds that are overhead today. That's low. Inside, unable to hold his swing. Brings the count to 2-1 with 2 outs. And that one is lifted high into shallow, correction, right to the left of second base, where shortstop Jake Shepard makes the catch for the 3rd out. And once again, we record a 0 on the scoreboard as the Thunder keep the Royals from scoring. Head to the bottom of the 4th. Royals 0, Thunder 0. Number 5, Will Brown will lead it off for the Thunder here in the bottom of the 4th. Will is one of 4 seniors for the Thunder this year. And swings and misses on the first pitch from number 28. And that is ball 1 outside. And Brown puts that one into play, but the pitcher scoops it up and jogs it over to first, tosses it lightly for the out. Number 51, Andrew Wood is the batter. Inside, ball 1. This is the first of 4 games for the Thunder this weekend here in the Houston Homeschool Tournament. And Wood hits a high chopper to second baseman, who gobbles that up and fires over to second for the second out. There are 8 teams playing here this weekend. 4 from Houston, in addition to the Thunder. The HCYA Eagles, the MTB Mustangs, and the Northside Falcons are playing. And from out of town, the San Antonio Wolverines, the San Antonio Patriots, and these Austin Royals. And then additionally a 5th Houston team, the Texas Sluggers, are playing. Number 32, first baseman Thomas Van Zant is at the plate. And that is outside for a ball. And Van Zant puts that one into play, but the Royals come through for out number 3. After 4, score remains 0-0. And defensive changes for the Thunder. On the mound is number 33, Nathan Lindblade, seeing his first playing time of this young season at catcher is number 6, Jake Shepard. Ethan Van Zant moves to first. Diego Bracera at second. Thomas Van Zant moves to third. And Josh Johnson will hold down short. Outfield remains the same. Left to right, Brown, Wood, and Scott. And then Blade gets a strike 1 on number 13. Again, this remote camera angle being brought to you by Josh Sampson. Certainly appreciate his efforts. And a big sweeping breaking ball Misses just high. And fans, if you are here in Houston and attend games for the Thunder and want to be part of the broadcast team, we certainly could use your help. That one is hit to Johnson at short, picks it up, and he fires to Van Zandt at first for the out. Like everything else with the Thunder, these broadcasts are completely volunteer-based, and so we appreciate everybody's work. There's prep time that goes in before the broadcasts even start, and then obviously time during the broadcast, and some post-production work afterwards. Games are uploaded to our YouTube channel so that those without Facebook can view them later. And that is inside. A little dribbler down the third baseline. Van Zandt hesitated, thinking it might roll. Foul, but picks it up, and with that strong right arm fires to brother Ethan for the second out. And so after some discussion, the umpire says that batted ball went off the batter's foot while he was in the box, which is a foul ball. So there remains one out. And that's a little flare into foul territory. And Ethan Van Zandt hustles over to record the out. And after all that, we are still at 2 outs. Pitch by Lindblad. Must have been just a little bit low for ball one. And that is hit up the middle. And number 23 for the Royals will take first base. That'll bring up number 28 for Austin. And the pickoff attempt by Lindblad goes wide of first. Runner will hustle and go all the way to third. And he will come home on the overthrow. And so the first run of the game is scored on 2 errors as the pickoff throw goes wide. The runner takes third and then takes home on another overthrow. So a disappointing way to give up the first run of the game for the Thunder. Lindblad fires in there for a ball. And that is high and inside. And that's called strike. 2-1 is the count. 2-1 the count, 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning with the Royals now leading 1-0. And that's ball 3 low. And that one is lifted into right field, where Scott will settle underneath it for out number 3. And so the Royals crack the scoreboard first in the top of the 5th with 1 run. And the Thunder will try to match in the bottom of the inning. Josh Johnson, number 38, the batter for the Thunder. Josh pitched 4 scoreless innings to start this game. And that's tip strike 1. 4 scoreless innings on 77 pitches. And that's strike 2. And Johnson lifts that one to left field for an easy play for the left fielder. Number 73, Ethan Scott. Try to get it going for the Thunder. He lifts that one to center, just past second base, where the second baseman makes the grab. And so 1 pitch and an out for the second out. Scott will take his bat from Van Zandt, running by home. And Ethan will step in. That's low, ball 1. And Van Zandt hits that one right up the middle. And we'll take first. Little dance by the pitcher to avoid getting hit in the ankles by that one. So there's a runner on first for number 6, Jake Shepard. And throw over to first, Van Zandt back safely. And Van Zandt took off for second, but is gunned down by the catcher for out number 3. And Nathan Lindblad will take the mound again for his second inning. Shepard still catching. Ethan Van Zandt at first, Braceras at second, Thomas Van Zandt third, and Josh Johnson at short. And it's still Brown, Wood, and Scott in the outfield. And here's the pitch. Umpire says that grabbed the outside corner. We won't argue. And that is an inside pitch. It's hit a long way down the first baseline fair. Scott will pick that one up. Fire into Braceras, second baseman. On to Johnson at second, holding the runner at first. It's a good play by Scott and Braceras to get that ball in quickly, preventing the runner from advancing. And so once again the Royals have a runner on. fouled off by the batter, number 12. And that one is fouled over the fence. And popped up to the second baseman, Diego Braceras, who squeezes it for the out. And that's a pitch by Lindblade low for ball one. And that's ball two. And runner breaks for second. Throw is high, enabling the runner to make it in safely. And that's fouled back. Ball low. Shepard keeps that one in front of him. And number 10 will take first base. Runners at first and second. And that one is sliced foul. And so we're in the top of the sixth inning. The Royals leading 1-0. There's one out. Runners on first and second. The count is 0-1. And we're even 1-1. And unable to hold up on his swing. Umpire says he went. Strike two. And that's ball low. 2-2 the count. And that'll be 3-2. Ball inside. Very close to hitting the batter. And that is ball four, and that will load the bases for the Royals in the top of the sixth with one out. Thunder in a little bit of trouble here, certainly not wanting to give up any more runs. And that'll drop into right center field. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And that'll make the score 3-0 on a 2 RBI double. Still only 1 out. Runners at second and third for the Royals. That's a swing and a miss by number 13. And that one is hit sharply down the left field line. Hits the bag. Thomas Van Zandt makes a great adjustment to snag that ball. Unable to get the throw to first on time. 1 runner will score. Runner at second will move to third. So 1 out. Runners at the corners. 3 runs scored in the inning, which will make it 4-0 Royals. And so a mound visit by Coach Sean McIntyre, talking to his pitcher Nathan Lindblade and catcher Jake Shepard. And so no pitching change here. Coach McIntyre will retreat to the dugout. And it's gut check time for the Thunder. Top of the 6th inning, 4-0 Royals. Certainly can't afford to give up any more runs if the Thunder hope to get back into this game. And that one was lifted just past the first base bag in foul territory. Van Zandt was unable to come up with the catch as he slipped on the turf. That may have been where the turf meets the grass. Runner at first breaks for second, but the pitch is fouled off. Lindblade comes set and delivers. And that is lifted straight up to the shortstop. Infield fly rule is called. Catch is made by Johnson. Runners do not advance. And so that is finally the 2nd out of the inning. Number 23 for the Royals will be the batter. That is ball 1 low. And fans, stay tuned. Right after this game ends, the team will be playing against the Texas Sluggers starting at approximately 7:15. That is in there for a strike. 1-1. Runners at the corners for the Royals. Shepard does a good job blocking that, keeping that in front. Runners unable to go anywhere. And that is a line drive right up the middle. Wood will pick that one up and fire into Johnson at short, but not before number 21 scores from third, bringing the score to 5-0. And Lindenblade finds the zone on that one. Number 28 is the batter. And fouled straight back. 0-2 is the count. 2 outs. Thunder desperately trying to get out of this 6th inning. And that one is hit too short. Josh Johnson will pick that one up and fire to first. And that is called safe. And that'll bring Coach Cheo Howdigi out of the dugout to argue that call. And the umpire instructs Coach Howdigi to go back to the dugout. No discussion to be had on that one. And actually, Coach Mike McIntyre is out to discuss that play with the field umpire. I guess the ruling there was that Coach McIntyre is the manager on record for the game, and so he's the one who has to argue the call. And that one gets past the catcher, allowing a run to score from third. That is the 5th run of the inning for the Royals. They have broken this game open in the top of the 6th inning. It was a scoreless tie through 4. The Royals got 1 in the 5th and 5 more here in the 6th. And that's a big swing by number 64. And that is ball outside. And that is ball 4, so once again the Royals have the bases loaded. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. And number 12 on the Royals hits that one down the third base line, foul. And that one is popped up. Shepard hustles over to the fence, but it drops on just the other side. And so a courtesy runner, number 17 for the Royals, will come in for their pitcher. And that one is hit high to left field, and is dropped by the Thunder. Another run will score. The wheels have come off for the Thunder here in the 6th inning. And that'll bring Coach Sean McIntyre out to the mound to relieve Lindblade. And Cam Sampson, number 7, will be the new pitcher for the Thunder. And so new pitcher, number 7, Cam Sampson, starts that off with a strike. There are 2 outs in the top of the 6th. The Royals have runners at 2nd and 3rd. That was hit to second baseman Nathan Lindblade for the final out of the inning, but not before the Royals put 6 on the board in the 6th to bring the lead to 7-0. Number 6, Jake Shepard, will lead off in the bottom of the 6th for the Thunder. Thunder are facing a 7-0 deficit and desperately need to get some runs. And that finds that outside corner. 1-1 the count. And we see that Don McIntyre was watching as well. We appreciate you watching, Don. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3, out number 1. Number 24, Diego Bracero, will be next. And that's that inside corner that they've been calling all day. One out, 0-1. And out of play. 0-2. And that Bracero hits that one down the third baseline. And will scamper around to second with a stand-up double. And so a runner in scoring position for Nate Lindblade with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Hey, that's strike one. One and one. And hits the upper part of the zone for strike two. And fouled off over the first base dugout. Here's the pitch. That is high. Brings count full. 3-2 to Lindblade with one out in the bottom of the sixth. The West Houston Thunder down 7-0 against the Austin Royals. And Lindblade swings through that one for the second out of the inning. And so in all likelihood, the Thunder are down to their last out. Number 7, Cam Sampson will be the batter. Becerra still on second. And Sampson thought about it, but held up. And the pitcher turns and fires to second. Becerra dives back, plenty of time. Pitcher just keeping him honest on that one. And a swing and a miss by Sampson. And that's in there for strike two. And the pitch. And Sampson lifts that one up. Third baseman comes in, calls off the pitcher, and records the third out. And so that'll be the ball game. And the Thunder fall to the Austin Royals with a final score after 6. Royals 7, Thunder 0.